Hey y'all, and welcome back to another garden update video. This is actually going to be 3 different garden updates. I have filmed them, but just haven't gotten them published, and so rather than just posting the most recent one, I kind of wanted to show you the progression of my garden. So first up, we're going to look at my potatoes. This was filmed it was late May, probably around like the 20th or 25th. I don't remember the exact date. It was before Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend. So anyways, the first thing was the potatoes. They're just being demolished by potato beetles. just wait. It only gets worse. And then these are the carrots. We have 2 rows of carrots, and they're both looking really good. There's a few kind of sparse areas in there, but for the most part, these are coming in really solidly, and I was actually really pleased with our harvest. This is a radish that just went to seed. Just didn't produce anything other than a seed. Just fantastic. And then this middle section is nothing. I've mentioned that a few times. It was supposed to be beets and radishes, and they did not. They came up and then they died, so it is what it is. This is our second row of carrots. They're looking pretty good. Yes, there are weeds everywhere. It's a problem. I think next year I'm just going to do weed barrier everywhere. So anyways, that's that. And then this is our lettuce patch. Oh, I was just showing you. We have a ladybug. I like seeing ladybugs in the garden because they eat some aphids. So anyways, this is our lettuce. We ate literally lettuce or salad every single day until this was no longer edible. If you can't tell, I like seeing the ladybugs. There are ladybugs all over these greens, everywhere. It's so nice. Because that just means they're eating my bugs that I don't like. Clearly, they're not eating my potato beetles, but they are eating the stuff that I don't want. You know, some things that I don't want to have. These are our potatoes, and literally, like the week after I filmed this, they just straight up exploded. Like they are gigantic now. Here are these ones. These ones were planted earlier than the ones I just showed you. So they are a little bit bigger. These are our peppers, just little tiny puny guys, like 4 leaves. This whole row that we're looking at is California Wonder. So just a carrot seed that got carried away, and now he is growing next to my peppers. But these are all of our California Wonder. This one is also a California Wonder. You can see my extra vegetables there. This is some lavender that I managed to kill. It's a long story. Maybe I'll explain it to you later in this video whenever I have some time. But anyways, these are some banana peppers. Those are jalapeno peppers. These are eggplants and those are flea beetles. Ugh, so terrible. We get them every year all over these dang eggplants. And then I'm just trying to show you that there is a ladybug on my eggplant. It seems like my eggplants in particular tend to get aphids really bad. Awful every year. And so it's nice to see ladybugs over there. I know I've said it multiple times already, but they eat aphids and it's fantastic. I can't tell you what order these tomatoes are. I don't even remember. But these are some of my tomatoes. And then this is my celery. This is my first year planting celery. So I'm excited to see how that progresses. And then finally, my okra popped up. These need thinned, obviously. They didn't pop up the first time. that I planted them, and so I planted them really heavily the second time, and then every single one popped up. So I think the difference was the warmth. But this is my second row of tomatoes. I was planning on doing like T-posts and oh gosh, what's that stuff called? Like twine to weave my tomatoes on them. Then my husband used my posts for something else. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. Yeah. Anyways, just tomatoes. And then in between the tomatoes, I planted marigold seeds. Not all of them popped up, but some of them popped up. So that's good. This row is green beans. And as you can see, they're really struggling with some pest pressure. Don't know what it is, can't see what it is, but they are just like a new leaf comes up and it just gets eaten. And then actually some of them, like as the sprouts came up, they literally were eaten back all the way into the ground. So I had to replant some green beans. This is our cauliflower. This is looking really good. I had some of these plants got eaten back all the way to the roots, and so I replanted some of them. So that's why some of them look fresh. This is our broccoli. They produced heads really early. Some of these already looked like they were going straight to seed, and so I literally, the day I filmed this, I cut them off and we ate them in salad. And then this is the cabbage. I believe I did explain in my previous garden tour video. A bunch of this just like died back. Like, this is a cold hardy vegetable, and I don't think it was the cold. I think it was actually something else. I'm curious if it wasn't like a herbicide or something that was in the straw, but almost all of them died back. Oh. One of my friends bought a whole bunch of dahlias. She is very good at growing flowers, and she decided that I needed some flowers to have as well, so she gave me 3 dahlias. Okay, y'all, this is the current status of my garden after I've been gone for, I don't know, 4.5 days. These are the raspberries that we have sitting underneath our deck waiting for dirt to go in their raised bed. They're looking kind of curly leafed. Not really sure what's going on there, but hopefully they'll bounce back. They look pretty good on the ends. So here are my dahlias. I was not actually planning on having cut flowers, but when my friend, she bought a whole bunch of dahlias and gave me some. So guess I'm doing that this year. The petunias are crushing it. I don't know what this thing, I don't know what that's called. Some kind of, I don't know. I think she called it a carry or something. My rose moss is crushing it. Petunias. Some more rose moss and petunias. Fresh water in the bird bath, and I don't know what these are called, but my mother-in-law gets them for me every year, and they're gorgeous. Now over for the main event, because I feel like this is what people care about. Okay, so like I said, we have been gone for 4.5 days, so we left on the evening of Wednesday. I watered this garden for probably 2 hours on Wednesday. It is full of weeds, and I need to weed in here. And I'm not going to do that today. Actually, I don't even know what I'm going to do today. Probably prune my tomatoes, because that needs to be done really bad. But these are the potatoes, if you can tell what they are. Potato, potato, potato. Bunch of potatoes. Looks like
We might have some more potato beetles in here. I'm not seeing any right this second, but there is some damage, so we'll keep an eye out on those. Some more potatoes. These potatoes are looking kind of scrawny. Potatoes, 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 and some more potatoes. These are the carrots. They are coming in pretty dang good. We have not harvested any of these yet, but it is getting close to time to harvest the carrots. This row that doesn't have anything in it was originally beets and radishes. They came in and they are no longer here. So we are going to plant something else here at some point in time. Yeah, carrots. We have 2 rows of carrots. Like I said, there are tons and tons of weeds in here. I need to weed. I'm aware of that. This is our lettuce. It is all going to seed. Some of it already went to seed, so that's really cool. Need to get all this pulled up and something done with it. We'll work on that. These are some more potatoes, some weeds, and my peppers. They're actually looking really good. Some of them started out bigger than others. It's got some little bugs on it. But yeah, peppers. I think this whole row is California Wonder or something like that. So peppers. This is the California Wonder. These are, look at that. I didn't even notice these have actual peppers on it. These are banana peppers. They are crushing it. Got a healthy collection of some banana peppers. Pepperoncinis is on my list. All of these ones are banana peppers. I have 4 jalapeno peppers, and then I have 4 eggplants. Oh wait, 5 eggplants. Don't remember what my tomatoes are. They really need to be pruned. I mean, they'll be fine even if I didn't prune them, but there are no tomatoes on here except for maybe on a Sweetbread 100. You see it? So we have some sweetbreads that are about ready. We're getting there. This is my excess plants that I did not get in the ground. I'm hoping that one will bounce back if I give it some water tonight. I'm going to turn on the water and water it for a good while. What? I'm sorry if you can hear my child throwing a tantrum. He is very cranky and overstimulated from a long weekend of running around in Branson. But these are my celeries. They are looking great. They're not quite ready to be cut. They're pretty short, but they are coming in strong.
And that is why I do not record real-time voiceovers, because I have children that are either yelling or crying or screaming somewhere in the background. He literally just came over to the garden and followed me around and yelled at me the entire time. So, you know. Anyways, our okra, that's what was after the celery. It looks really good. These are our tomato plants. They're starting to get nice and bushy. Need to get something done with them. Something needs to happen because they're going to be laying down pretty soon. Just wait. You just wait and see. Anyways, that's our broccoli. It just keeps going straight to seed. So just hold on to your pants. This is our, not potatoes, green beans. Still just being demolished by some kind of bug. Don't know what it is. I mean, I could tell you what it is right this second, but don't know what it is in this exact video. But they look better than they did. Cauliflower, got some big ones, some smaller ones. Those are all looking pretty healthy. And then our broccoli. I don't know what the situation with this broccoli is. It got some heads on it pretty early, and then now every time a head forms, it almost immediately goes straight to seed. So that's really irritating. And then this is cabbage. They're all coming in nicely, getting nice and bushy. So yeah, and no, those are not in a straight line. That's largely because I had 2 different plantings. And then this is the new thing. We had these are the raised beds. We're waiting for dirt whenever I'm currently recording this to fill these up with. So they're just sitting out kind of near the garden, but not, like right next to the garden. So just waiting on some dirt for those. Once we get them filled, we will plant those, and I will show you what those look like. Can you tell me what these are, Carterdale? What kind of peppers are these?
I don't know.
Are they Nana peppers?
Banana peppers.
Yeah, they're banana peppers.
But why don't green?
It's our first harvest of banana peppers.
Why don't?
All right, shortly after that, I harvested all of my carrots. I don't know. I've already canned 7 quarts of sliced carrots, and then I have some fermented carrots going on the counter. So I don't know how many carrots. We still have some more carrots in the refrigerator that need to be processed. This is my banana tree. I'm just showing it to you because I put it outside, and my youngest child broke it off, and then it just started growing babies. So I'll take it. This is one of the raised beds. The first thing I did, I pulled up all those greens and I just threw those in the bottom so I didn't have to put as much dirt in there, just to take up some space, and then also it will add some nutrients. Then we put a layer of dirt, and we just ordered some topsoil from one of our local dump truck dudes. He just brought us a dump truck load of black topsoil. And then we have chickens now. I will share more on the details of that here in a bit, like in a later video. But we went and cleaned out the chicken pine shaving stuff bedding underneath the chicks and put that in after we put a layer of dirt, and then we put in more dirt. So far we only have 4 beds filled. We have raspberries, asparagus, and strawberries. Okay, so back out to the garden. This was recorded last Thursday, so about a week ago. Man, I'm terrible at posting these. About the 22nd was when this was recorded. These are my potatoes, and they literally have no leaves. This is not because of potato beetles. This is because of the dang blister beetles. Do you see this animal running right here? These dang bugs. I've never had an issue with these bugs until we moved here, and then apparently they decided they wanted to come out, and then also we didn't have a good freeze last year, or like this winter, and so they're just worse this year. So I went ahead and got my cantaloupe and watermelon. That was the first 2 plants. These are zucchinis and squash. And then I also planted a cucumber. These are my potatoes. We accidentally pulled up a few of them. Do you see these? Literally not a leaf on them. Like, just, they've eaten almost every single leaf off these dang plants. They're the worst. After this video, I did put 7 on my garden. I'm not a huge fan of pesticides, and usually I try to use something else. We used diatomaceous earth and neem oil. It was not working. I got out the 7 and put it on there because this is not my full-time job right now. I wish it was, but yeah, I'm just trying to show you how heavily they are on my plants. Like, look at, that's a pepper plant, and it's just completely covered in these dang blister beetles. Anyways, yeah, they are on my most heavily on the potato plants, but you can see there's one of my pepper plants that literally has no leaves as well, so yay. The eggplants are looking really good. We actually have an eggplant growing. These do still have some holes in them from pests, but it's not terrible. These are my jalapenos. They have really popped up with the heat coming in. These are my banana peppers. We actually did lose a plant. I'm not really sure what happened to it. I don't know, maybe one of the kids stepped on it or something, but it broke off and died. Most of this is still alive, and I actually did end up planting some more of it. These are the tomatoes, looking nice and bushy. Look at this giant flower. That's going to be an interesting looking tomato. That is, I think it's 2 flowers that are kind of, mushed together. We'll see what that tomato looks like. I'll keep you posted. I think these ones are the Brandywine tomatoes. They have like bigger, wider leaves than a lot of standard tomatoes. I've heard somebody call them potato leaves. Like this is what normal tomato leaves look like, the smaller ones. I'm just showing you. These are the chocolate sprinkle tomatoes. They're like a really dark colored cherry tomato. So we'll see how those turn out. I've never grown that variety, but I'm pretty excited. These are the okra. No flowers yet, no okras yet, but they are looking mighty healthy. And then the celery, it is, oh wait, we're still on okra. We have a lot of okra. This is the celery. It is still looking good. Still not quite ready to be cut yet, but I think it is getting close to that time. Here are the tomatoes. They have fallen over because they're too heavy and I need to stake them up. So anyways, that's on the to-do list, just one more thing to do. Here we just have a volunteer something. I think this is cantaloupe, probably based on the location of it. But I'm not 100% certain. It's definitely not watermelon. I can tell you that much. So yeah, that's our second row of tomatoes. This is our green beans. They are full of weeds. They're full of holes. And it is the blister beetles. Just, eating all of my leaves off my plants. Oh. And then we found those guys, Japanese beetles. Whenever we lived in Springfield, that was our main pest, was Japanese beetles. They would come and eat every single leaf off of our crabapple tree, and literal worst. Okay, so I ended up pulling out the broccoli because I just kept going to seed, and if it's not producing in my garden, I'm not going to keep space for it. So I will plant something else there. These are the cauliflowers. They do have some pest pressure, but they actually overall look pretty good. Cabbages, finally getting some heads on them. Looking pretty solid. There's one that this one looks so good. Anyways, they all look pretty good, but that one also looks really good. Minor pest pressure, but still a little bit of pest pressure. Now over to the raised beds. We spent some time and got some, what are these called? Strawberries in here. Cameron got those from his grandma. And then we have some asparagus in here. I think it's just plain green asparagus. We used to have purple asparagus whenever we lived in Springfield, but I think we just opted for green this year. Got 2 beds of those. And then we also have finally got those raspberries in. They're really leggy. I want to cut these back, but Cameron thinks it's necessary to do this. So whatever. I'm not going to fight him on it. I will probably cut it back at fall. I don't think we'll get anything out of them this year, though. So you can kind of see location-wise where we ended up putting these. We're just kind of making the garden space what it is. We are going to free range our chickens once they get big enough and we have everything kind of defined. It'll be a while, but that is the current status of my garden. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, has your garden produced anything yet? I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.